Hey guys.
Hey, everybody. Woo! We're here.
I have a guest tonight. His name is JJ. Hey
So now
guys,
what?
everybody's kind of popping in right now. Angela, it was our pleasure. That was fun. I like it how it just kind of happened organically there at the end. That was very cool. Joe, good to see you. Rebecca, hello. Let's see. We have Leanne, Linda Oki, hello. Elaine, hello. Um, I I want to say the other night or the other day, you guys, whoa, we had so many really cool comments. And tonight we're just going to kind of talk about we'll talk a little bit about that, but there's a lot of stuff that didn't get talked about, and we kind of want to talk about that. And one of them is kind of like JJ's, what do we want to call it? Your journey too. It's your journey too, whether you wanted it or not, right?
I think it's called um, me water skiing without skis. I'm getting towed around, but I don't have skis. We're all good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just is what it is, right?
exactly. Does anybody well, I don't know. I don't even know how to do this. It's kind of awkward in a way. It's kind of funny that you're in the other room. Called Love
Well,
Journey. I like that. Yeah, that's for
yeah.
sure.
So, I mean, you definitely have this, you know, all of this stuff that you're going through, but then also on, my side or a caregiver side or, a partner side, there's a whole bunch of other stuff that goes on. Um, so I mean, I won't get too involved in all of that. It's just, if you're on the partner side, you have to do a few things, you need to be there for them when they're going through all of this really crappy stuff they got to go through. And you also want to make sure that, you know, they have their dignity intact and it, when you
I
get
think it's funny
diagnosed,
you said crappy, given that it's colon cancer.
yeah, well, yeah, I'm not going to, I'm not going to expand on that at all. I'm
Oh.
just saying, you know, they're going through a whole bunch of stuff and, um, at times, you're definitely not you. And we're getting to the end of this the fourth time going through the chemo journey, which is never fun. Um,
Where's my phone? Where are my keys? Oh my god, where's my head? I lost it.
what's my name again? Oh my God, is that
I
our
have
car?
never said
Oh, we
that
need to
yet. I've never said that.
get. Where's the car? I don't know. You parked it.
That's true.
I don't know. Hold on. Beep, beep. Yeah, try it over there. Oh, it's just stuff, right? And you're both going through stuff, and so you try to deal with it as best you can because it's a bunch of stuff, and
Exactly.
you
And I
know.
don't know how I would deal with it if it was you, I mean, sometimes I'm glad it's me and not you, I guess. Isn't that funny?
Oh, if
But
I
it's
was you, I'd
true.
be glad it's me or it's you and not me. If I was you, I'd be glad. I'd be going, yeah, woo, thank goodness. I'd be a pain in the
Silly.
butt.
You
You're
just
not
make me laugh.
you're not a pain in the butt, but I would be. I just know it because
Man cold.
let's get real.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
That
wow.
that's a stinker.
See, 53, when did I have my surgery? I was 51. I had my surgery when I was 50.
2017.
Okay, so I was 51, almost 52.
Yep.
And so that was 6 years ago. It's been 5.5 years. So
Yep.
I am sorry about that, Rebecca. That's very sad. And having the kids and the wife, that is very, very tough. And you never know what's going to happen when you get that diagnosis. I mean, I didn't expect to be alive this long. I really didn't. I didn't know what to expect. But every time I do treatment, they say it's good for about 2 years. I mean, for me, it's been good for about 2 years. So I just keep 2 yearing it, and the
But
treatment keeps getting better.
I will say this: it seems like it's getting like less invasive, right? You had the first one, and then they give you your resection. Then they find the thing on your ovary. Then you have the thing at
That
your.
was totally not related, which was the weirdest part.
Well, I mean,
They say it wasn't related, but
they always consider it the same thing. But so then the last one was she's talking to the surgeon. It was like she said, there it was. I went in there and it was like a little diamond sitting there. And I said, you're going to go now. And she said, I cut it out and we were done. And I closed her back up. So hopefully we can go a decade maybe without it. I don't know.
oh my gosh, I know. I want that 5-year trophy more than the horseshoe trophy. I want the 5-year.
I don't know if that's even possible. You want anything more than that stupid trophy? Now, if I won it, it would be the best trophy in the world.
Hey, you still get
there
to
would
live
be
with
no
that
better trophy in the world.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe and Ginger. That's very, very nice. And that's one thing that this community is really a very supportive in so many different ways. And we've gotten a lot of really heartfelt and very kind emails and texts and phone calls. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just wanted people to know that, you can still move on. Things are different, certainly, than they used to be. And
one thing I will say is, like, when you first got diagnosed, it was like, what
exactly, what does that mean?
Right, what does that mean? That was my first question. What does that mean? How does this work?
Mm-hmm.
What happens, right?
Well, because the only people we knew that had cancer were dead.
Exactly. And it was not this kind of cancer either.
Exactly.
Right. So I went through the cancer journey with my mom, and unfortunately it was a short journey, but I had time with her that I never would have had. So I'm thankful for that little bit of time. But then we started down your journey, and one thing that I will say, if anyone out there, the caregiver part, it's like, be there when they need you to be there, because that's a big blow. That's a big thing that's getting thrown at them. And so you be there for that. But then on on another point, you don't want to change too much. You want to keep going forward with your life how it is, because if you veer off, it's really easy to say, oh, that's the end of everything. No, it's not. You keep going forward where you are, and
keep
that's
living life
of it now. That's just something that we have to deal with now. But we keep going forward, and we haven't changed a whole lot. We go camping, we go do stuff we do, just like the trip to Washington. She's in the middle of chemo, and it's like, we're still going, right? If we're going to go do that, we're still doing life, we're still doing stuff. Now, the only caveat to that, I would say, is if you have issues, right? You
Yeah.
have ever occurring nausea, which you don't, and you didn't.
It can be low grade, but it's
Oh,
not to
right.
the
But I
point.
mean,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you're not in a place where you can really travel and do stuff. Well, that's
Exactly.
stuff, but you still try to make it as normal as it ever was. It just has this thing attached to it now. It has this thing you got to deal with.
Right.
And
You
so,
know, the hardest part on vacation was remembering to eat and take those damn pills within 10 or 12 hours of each other. That
right.
was probably the biggest, thing. And then also, gracefully taking a nap and saying, I gotta go lay down for a little bit, you guys, or whatever. But oh, my light just went off and that's funny. Um and when I talked about your medical team, I do want to bring this up because when you're going through cancer, um, if you ever have to do the infusion therapy, there were people I didn't mention. The first person I want to mention is your sister Carrie, because your sister came a few days before surgery. She was here. She was here for both of us the night before. She was here for you when I was in the hospital, so you had a sounding board and just somebody who loves you around you for strength, because we didn't know what was going to happen. And then she stayed on a few extra days, and then she said, "Okay, I'm going to go home now. You guys call me if you need anything." I have the best sisters-in-law that anybody could ever imagine. I have three, and they are all fabulous. But JJ and Carrie have always been super, super close. And Carrie, if you're watching this, I want you to know how much I love you, and Jamie too, and your son. So, that she was a huge help. My brother and his wife and their daughters, who don't live very far from us, were right there the whole time. My mom was still alive, and that was the hardest person to tell. Um,
I'll be right back.
but
I need to let the dogs in real quick. I'll
Oh,
be
okay. Oh God, yeah, it's really hot outside. I'm sorry, I forgot to let him in. So I'll just tell you guys the other people, the infusion nurses. They are super nice, and they have a tough job. I was just there this morning, so I had to do a blood draw to check my metabolic panel, and then they flush out Herbert Bird's foot for me and give him a bath, and they're just so patient, and they're working with people. I mean, there were people in there today, hooked up just like I was a few years ago, and just basically asleep, but they have to wake them up and ask them their name and their date of birth, and here's what I'm giving you. And I would think that that would be a very tough job, because they're going to lose patients. That's just how it is. There was an 88-year-old lady in there today hooked up, and I'm like, man, you are one strong cookie, because I did that when I was in my early 50s, and that was not easy. So I really applauded her. We have a counselor that we go to, and sometimes JJ needs to go alone, sometimes I need to go alone. We go to couples counseling sometimes. And if anybody is ever going through anything like this, do not be proud. I would say having that third party who's impartial, but that they know your situation, is priceless to me. She gives me assignments that help stretch my brain, and it's just super cool. Yes, and Renee, you understand because you have a child who's going through it, and so you understand it from probably what my mom's perspective would have been. So, it was that was the hardest thing to do. No, that isn't true, Rebecca. You have no idea how strong you can be when you have to suck it up,
no.
Buttercup.
I found out. So when we had our truck accident, 20 years
I don't
ago.
know that everybody knows about that, JJ. I don't think they all know about that enjoyable experience.
Yeah, so I'm not going to go into that, but you know, at that point, it's like you're not going to ever do what you've done for a long time ever again. And is it scary? Oh, heck yeah. But you know what? You say, I don't have any other option. I don't have any other thing to do. So you just do everything you can, the best you can, and you just go forward. That's all you can do. And it's this, I'm not saying it's the same, but you go through the same thing. It's like, I don't have any other option. There's nothing else I could do. I can only do the best I could do, and we move on. And then I do the best I can to just keep going forward.
Yeah. But
You
look
know,
at the careers that we got afterwards. I think everything, even the cancer, everything happens for a reason. It's your story. It's your life. And if you look at it that way, it's like, oh, okay, this is an interesting chapter. Where is this going to take us? And I don't try to get too deeply into it. I mean, I want to understand it, and I want to know what to do to hopefully never, have a scan with a spot again. That would be freaking awesome.
yeah.
So right now, I just want to get to the next
it's
scan.
not your life. The C word's not your life. It's now, okay, we got another piece of our life, right?
Right.
That we have to deal with that, just like we deal with, everything else. We deal with 105 degrees, or we deal with whatever else is thrown at us, and try to get through it as well as we can. And Leo is hilarious. Shut up, Leo. Shut up, man.
Oh, he's not saying that right now.
He's like not even playing.
Oh no. He's probably like, what the heck? Why is he talking from there?
He's like, Dad, I can't even look at you.
Exactly. Yes, Tony, I agree. Gratitude Wednesday. That's what we're doing today. I love that picture. But I don't know. I do hope that when we do the scan, and oh gosh, what day is today? Less than a month, we get the CT scan. So that's going to be super cool.
Yeah.
When it comes back negative.
Yeah. I mean, you're right at the end of the, the poison part. We go on.
2 more weeks of looping.
Yeah. 2 more weeks of, what was that again? But
I just need to leave the ringer on my phone. So
where are my keys? Did I leave my wallet over there? No,
I will not be driving a lot over the next few weeks.
It's funny.
I can call you from my brother's house, honey. Where am I?
I know. It looks familiar, but I'm not so sure I've been here.
I know, Rebecca. He's such a sweetie pie. Yeah, so is JJ.
He and Daisy, they curl up next to me at night. They almost kick me out of bed. It's horrible. It make me like 300 degrees.
You know what, you guys? That is that's something too. I think having a pet or for comfort is also very nice, because I don't know about cats. We don't have cats, but the dogs are intuitive. They know when something's up, and they're just so sweet, right? And they love you unconditionally. So highly recommended to have a cute little rescue guy. Say hi, buddy. He's a good boy. But
he's hilarious.
And that's funny. But let's see. So I want to talk about one thing that I don't know if you even realize it, but you're like Mrs. Winchester. So when I was going through the infusion, the second round of chemotherapy, you built so many garden beds. How many garden beds did you build that summer?
I think I like in the backyard, in the garden area, like 5.
Exactly. And then you planted all those plants. And then we found out that one of the side effects from all of the medicine.
Yay! You can't eat any of it. That's awesome. Yay me!
I couldn't touch the dirt. Because it felt like I was touching felt like I was touching ice and sticking to it, like that kid with his tongue on the Christmas movie, Christmas Story.
Yeah, I think I had 6 pots of each. I had green leaf lettuce and red leaf lettuce. It was
romaine, beautiful romaine.
And I grew it on a table out back because weren't using it. It was still a little cool. And I had 6 of each, probably the best lettuce I've ever grown in my whole life. And I'm like, these are awesome. And she's like, well, I can't eat that. And I'm like,
Everything tasted like dirty
it
pennies.
tastes
I've
like
never put
soap.
one in my mouth.
It tastes like soap. I don't want to eat it. That's gross. I'm like, oh my God. Ah.
Yeah. But my sister-in-law who lives in town was more than happy to enjoy it. And she's to this day says, I can't believe that you couldn't eat that lettuce. But I also couldn't eat anything that was room temperature or colder, or my throat would close up.
Exactly. So like tomatoes and all that stuff, when it would come out of the garden, as soon as it got to like room temperature, it was too cold. I'm like, oh well, that was kind of a waste of time. But
That was
anyway,
the summer of warm cherry Kool-Aid.
lucky you.
And lots of hot tea and coffee. Yeah, well, it was okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean it's stuff like that, you know, when we put in the garden and all of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We
And
weren't
what did we
perfect
do?
at
What did
crafting.
you do this year for me just recently? Because JJ does, he throws out carrots for me, future carrots, to stick around and see what comes of it. So we planted,
Oh, yeah, so we planted like I think just at this point 4 trees this year. I think I have about 3 more that are going to go in, and it's going to our front yard's going to be an orchard. I've
yeah,
already made that decision,
and we're gonna put 2 orange trees in the back, right?
and we're going to put 2 or 3.
On the
And
former path.
yeah, it's, I mean, as long as they have enough room to grow, they'll grow. And um, yeah, so we put in a Granny Smith apple, put in a peach, a plum, or not a plum, an apricot, and a nectarine. And a couple years, well, last year I put in an Omari tangerine.
Like a satsuma. It's like a satsuma orange, all
Yeah, and then
bumpy and
we already have a pink lady apple that's probably 10 years old.
plus the pomegranate, the lime, 2 eureka lemons. I want a big eureka lemon out front though again. And what's the other, the Meyer lemon?
Right.
Yeah.
And then
Wait
we
till
have
Christmas, guys. We're gonna have lots and lots of citrus fruit.
yeah, and then we have blackberries going and about a 30-foot row of raspberries.
Mm-hmm.
I've just gotten to the point where it's like if I'm gonna go out and grow stuff, it needs to feed me, you know. Lawn's not necessarily in my future. I just take and I'm gonna probably have it so that underneath in the orchard it looks nice, but that's about it. Everything else is gonna
That's
yeah.
so funny. The Michelinator. Mouse toes cracks me up. And thank you, Tony. Well, you have to have a good attitude, you guys. I mean, that's ultimately why I decided to make the video. We've talked about this video since our very first video, because we're like, do we talk about it? Do we not talk about it? What do we do? And we didn't, but slowly we kind of let friends know and people who are somewhat close to us in this community. And it just got to a point where it was like, everybody's going through something. So why not let them know that it's not the end of the world? There's a lot of things that suck about it. I mean, that there's no getting around that.
Yeah. Tony. Hey, I can only do me. I can only be me. That's all there is to it.
Oh, Tony, that cracks you up. I'm just saying. Sorry.
Whatever.
Oh man. I'm sitting here reading the chat. Sorry.
Yeah, and it's and then I was gonna address that. It's like, you know what? We're just trying to make it where it doesn't control anything. We give it as little airtime as possible in our real lives. That's why we still go camping, we still go fishing, we still go down to the river, we still garden. We still do all that kind of stuff.
That's our retirement plan, to live in a van down by the river.
After my day at work today, I'm ready to hop in the truck right now and go run it in the river.
Oh, so funny. Oh man, I think you might be right, Angela. We did actually touch on it when we did that when we did the freeze dryer video.
Yeah, that's really the main
I
reason.
gotta turn Tilly on and get her busy though. I'll tell you what, I've got lots to do here. I only have a very short time before life goes back to normal for a while. Hopefully for many, many long whiles. But
Leo is so funny. He's just like,
I know, he's hugging his mama.
So people need to understand that dog right there. He is not that way. He is like running around like he's wired.
He's doing this right now, saving up his energy for when I get off, because as soon as we get off of this, we'll start dinner, and then he's just going to bounce off the walls and bring balls back and forth.
I don't even know how that happens. It's crazy.
Yeah, I hope you guys all got that reference. That was
of course it is, Derek. Hello.
Oh my God. Yes, Derek. That's actually what attracted me to JJ. We'll just leave it at that.
I can never show it now. I need to be careful.
That's funny. Well, somebody was saying that crack kills. You know what, Jamie? So yesterday I went to God, you're such a lover bug. Yesterday my neighbor and I went out to a U-Pick that we have nearby, and we were gonna get a lot of tomatoes so I could start roasting tomatoes, and I want to do the skins and everything as well so I can make like tomato powder. And when I dehydrated them, I hadn't ever watched Darcy before. And so I didn't know about conditioning and redrying and all that. So all I had was a bunch of clumpy mess. And it made me nervous because I do know that mold spores will grow in any kind of, moist environment. So they just got thrown out. But we went out yesterday and I'm talking acres of tomatoes had blossom end rot. Every tomato we turned over that was red had blossom end rot. And we have a huge tomato. They call Sacramento Sacra tomato. And or they used to, at least. It's a nickname. And I can't find a tomato to save my life. So I think we're going to do what we did last year, and we're just going to go buy cases of them at Smart and Final and clean the living daylights out of them. But I'm thinking this year I'd actually like to freeze dry some skins, because I have a feeling that for our situation, I think that'll work better. I don't know what I'm going to dehydrate this year. I like dehydrating fruit and freeze drying vegetables. That seems to be a good balance in our house. Don't you think, JJ?
I don't know. Whatever you want to do. We could try all of it in there,
Yeah, we could
try it in different methods. Hi, Ginger. Yeah, but actually the plum tomatoes that they had over there, the Romas, I don't know if they were Romas, but they're plum tomatoes. They actually look good. They look like we would have gone out to Slough House. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They didn't, because the ones we got last year, you could tell if you picked it up and looked at it, it's like, oh man, that's got a lot of, because they put that wax on there to keep it looking good. I don't even know that these have it. If they do, it's pretty light, so that'll be nice.
I think so too. You know what, Angela, I love zucchini more than I probably could tell anybody. I love it. And so of course I picked more than I should have yesterday. So I think I'm going to take corn I've got a sink full of corn right now, and I'm going to shuck it, and hopefully that'll fill up 2 trays. I'm not going to cook it or anything. I'm just going to put it in the trays. And then
Are you gonna shuck it and then you're gonna fill it? What is it?
first I'm going to shuck it, and then
Then
I'm
you're
going
gonna
to
fill
fill it.
it.
Okay, sorry. We're showing our age. I'm trying to there's something I want to put up here. Uh-oh, Jamie's hearing a fox. Yes, you go lock those bad boys up, or those girls. We don't want to hear about any bad things. Um, Tony, I have an entire bag of Beto honey, and I just didn't get around to freeze drying it before we came up there. I felt like a real turkey just handing over Skittles. I'm sorry. But hey, Christmas is coming.
Yeah, so back to our subject of today.
Yes.
So when you are the caregiver, the partner, the person that the lean on person, make sure that you take time for you, and if you like to do something and you can't necessarily do it as much as you want, you need to be able to go do it. If you like to go fishing, I love to go fishing, but I haven't gone, and it's not because of this. It's just life is just that way right now. But it's not because we're dealing with any of this stuff. If you want to go, if you like to golf, go hit a bucket of balls. If you get together with a friend and go play 9 on a Saturday morning or something, and if your partner or whoever you're caring for, they need somebody there all of the time, because I've been in that situation too. Well, you have somebody to be there with them for a few hours, so you can just go out and get away, because you got to
Or
get away.
even overnight or for a few days. You've gone up and visited family when I couldn't go,
That's right.
and we worked it out. And, we're still here to tell the tale,
That's right, because if you're bombarded with it all of the time, you will burn out. You just will, and then nothing good comes from that. So
Exactly.
um,
Exactly.
so I did want to put that in there, that need to take care of you too. Um,
And you should talk about feelings too, because we've had some intense discussions.
oh, we don't do that here. We don't do that here. We don't talk feelings here. I'm just kidding. I don't have feelings. I'm just kidding. I'm always right, and that's it.
And if I'm wrong, refer to Rule 1.
That's right. But oh, that's so funny.
Sorry, I have to go back to that. And here, this is a very good comment. Yeah, Don, that's very, very true. Because if you're all worn out and everything, one thing that we haven't changed very much of like our household routine, except that you go out and do more yard work because I can't be in the sun very much, and it just gets too hot here to cover up your skin and wear hats and all that stuff. So we just do it early in the morning. But I just lost what I was gonna say. Oh, we haven't really changed our routine. Like, I still do most of the cooking. I still do most of the kitchen work and stuff like that, and clean the rooms that I clean. You still do the laundry and stuff like that on the weekends when you're watching sports.
Especially with football season coming.
Yeah, yeah, he does a lot more laundry when football season's going. But like, I was determined when I first got this, that even when I was off work or whatever, to get up every single morning, brush my teeth, take a shower. And even if I didn't do anything but that for the day, I did at least every single day I would cook dinner, right? And this is back when we were still going to the office before COVID. And then when COVID hit, I was so happy because everybody had to wear a mask and everybody had to do what I had to do. So I was free to move about the cabin. And I thought that was really cool. Sorry, everybody. Um, okay, that's just funny. Yes, they do, and they do a fairly good job. He's the one that uses those flip folds, not me. Not all the time.
Not at this time of year. It's coming though. About half of the year, I do pretty much all the laundry, which it's really
See the
exactly.
table behind him where the garlic is drying? That's a game table, but it's typically he wants it empty all the time so that he can fold laundry on it.
That's right, because I have a TV right here, and the laundry room's right there.
Yes, Ginger. It's very close.
So I got a 65-inch TV that is on with a sound bar, so I can hear like I'm sitting at the stadium.
Hey, Rhonda. Thank you for popping in. So, what other things, what from your perspective, what do you think?
Well, and everyone's got to keep in mind you're gonna
Irina.
get frustrated. I just guarantee that you'll get frustrated. You might even scream a little, and it's not necessarily that you're mad at that person or you're whatever. It's just the situation. It tends to boil for a little too long sometimes, and so you just let it out, and then you move on. But the best advice I can give
Are my
is,
candy labels here?
is good Lord.
I
Oh, I'm
hope
sure
so.
it is.
Good.
Yep, he's walking to the door now.
Awesome. Thank you. There you go, Joe. There you go.
Lights, whites, and darks. There you go.
Oh. No kitchen towels with the shower towels, folks. Never, ever mix those things, please.
What she doesn't know won't hurt her. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, I know you don't do that. You're such a turd.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh my
I don't
god.
I don't do the towels and the socks together. I do undergarments and socks together.
Yeah?
But anyway, yeah.
I don't think I accept that. I think you're gonna have to change.
No. You can ask, but you're more than welcome to do it all the time.
Nope, that's okay. Thank you.
Yep, I kind of figured.
And you just got a solar dryer for me, so that's nice. See, Joe's sucking up right now. Leanne, same. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I love the chat. I love you guys. My God, he's just hanging on to me for dear life. Hey, I'm going to ask a question because I would love to retire tomorrow. Did everybody get a Powerball ticket? Did y'all see that it's like $1 billion? Woo! My gosh.
That is Leo. That is Leo Ginger.
And you see the hat behind him, Derek Fowler. You see, I went ahead and I put that hat right behind him, so that if he ever has to go into what was that guy's name that you were kind of doing?
Oh, I was just doing.
Okay. Oh no. We don't have it anywhere near a we don't have our solar dryer near a wire or anything. That actually was really hard to find placement that we didn't think that it was going to be an issue. And then and it's far enough away from the berries. So we can never put the berries on that one fence, don't you think? That would be bad. On the gardenia fence.
Yeah, no. Because the gardenias will be there hopefully for as long as I'm here.
Okay, JJ. Come on.
You got a video of it.
Oh my God, are those feather boas behind you? You guys, this is why I'm not going anywhere soon. I'll tell you right now.
You never know when it's gonna come out, brother.
God. You look like your uncles. Not
I
with
know
the feather
all my uncles wear cowboy hats. Of course, I'm more mini pearl with a cowboy hat. But hey, there we go.
boat. Thank you. There you go.
Giving all my secrets away.
Oh, I had to do it. I think that just needs to be in that room all the time. You never know when the mood's going to strike. I
Yeah.
wanted you to do that yesterday with Carrie because that would have been hilarious because you'd never met her and then you played the game.
Oh,
So,
yeah. I don't know.
Rebecca, he will not start dancing. I can guarantee you that.
Oh, I'm not going to be dancing.
No, he's not. We
You
are
see
not.
me dancing, you probably
Should
need to
run.
get me home. And say, Michelle, here you go. Because this one doesn't dance right here.
That's one of the reasons that we got together. We both did not like dancing, so it made it nice. We could just sit and chat.
Yep.
So what else you got there?
I don't know that I have much of anything else. It's just, it's just
What
live
are,
on. Just keep living on. Do the best you can. All of it.
there you go. Okay, so if you don't have anything else to talk about and nobody has any questions, I want to just talk about different channels things are going on with our friends' channels who are in here.
Well, let's go.
All right. First of all, I want to thank Tony. Tony, I'm gonna talk about this because I called you this morning. The game night games that we're playing, they are really, really helpful for my brain. And I've been having a lot of fun, like the trivia, the music, all that. Dale's games too. Oh my gosh, that is so much fun.
And
And
actually, I think those games are very good for you with what you're going through because it keeps your brain going, and you're
it's
not.
better than a crossword because you got to come up with it like right now, and it makes such a difference. And then Ginger, I miss your chats with Blue. But Maggie Moo stepped right on in, and those charcuterie boards that you do on Thursday, well, she's been doing the last couple weeks at least, on Craft and Chat with Ginger. Is it Ginger and Maggie Moo now? And Joey, if you want to drop, Joe, if you have a wrench, if you want to drop a link to that, you're more than welcome. I still need to learn some things about this. So like that, that Nightbot thing that you type a word in and then your channel goes up. I'd like to do that. But they've been making charcuterie boards. If I see some folks in here who I haven't seen in the chat. You might have been listening, but you weren't chatting. But these are beautiful charcuterie boards, and they're doing themes. Last week, the beach theme was so adorable. Oh my gosh. You inspired me so much. I actually went out and got the charcuterie board of my dreams yesterday, and I cannot wait to make one on that. So, if you have time, check it out at 10 o'clock Eastern, right, Ginger? Oh, good. Yeah, you have something set up for tomorrow morning. I am so excited. Okay. So, there's that. And Angela has a chat right before me on Wednesdays at the Inquisitive Farm Wife. And Leanne even had a live this week. So go check that out. That was kind of fun. We got to hear about what's going on around her place. What collabs do we have right now? We have Jam It Up July or Jar It Up July. Jar It Up July, because you could show your Aunt Agnes's button collection if you want. I'm thinking. Let's see. Okay, good. Good, good, good. So everybody go check that out tomorrow. Um, and let's see. And then tomorrow is like the day, what do you guys call it? Like Homestead Thursday. So Gillum Farms, I believe, starts it out. Help me out in the chat because that at that time where I am usually not able to get on until right around 4 or 5 o'clock my time, just because of what's going on. So after Gillum Farms, I can't remember who. Then we have Mud and Mess. No, you guys got to help me. I'm not good at this right now. Mud and For Nothing. And then Dale and Nana at 9 Acres. And they play their fun trivia game. That's a lot of fun too. And Tony, you rounded out in the evening, and I'm going to be your guest tomorrow night. So I'm going to remind everybody to go watch last week's because Angela was on with Tony, and I like your format, Tony. I like the questions and all that. And he's going to ask a question that Angela, to see if you knew Angela's answer tomorrow. So you never know what's going to happen. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Okay, so we have Gillum Farms, we have White Rock, Mud and For Nothing, and then 9 Acre Family Farms and Kettle Kitchen. And I will say that if you haven't heard, Dale and Nana at 9 Acre Family Farms got hit pretty hard with a tornado. So I know that they would appreciate all of our prayers and good thoughts because on the video, there's quite a bit of damage. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the second pretty darned strong storm to hit their farms. So keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. And if any of you are all in that, just please, know that we're all wishing the best for you. And then on Friday night, somebody cooks in the Instant Pot. Uh-oh. I can't.
Why? Who do you speak of?
I don't know.
I have no idea who that is.
This week he did not do a pasta meal. So if you can't have a lot of pasta, can we tell him what you did? Because it is so stinking good.
It is good. I know I say, oh, this is so good. Oh, everything's all
It's
so
true
good.
though.
But it is true.
There's a reason we don't go out for dinner. You made pulled pork. He makes pulled pork in the Instant Pot, and it was amazing. And actually, we're going to finish it tonight because we're going to we made sandwiches the other night with that, right? And then tonight we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the leftovers and we're going to make tacos with that meat. So stay tuned for that because that was so yummy.
I do it on Friday, Renee. Or Rena. Sorry.
Yeah, and he's got some good recipes, and I really I like just being in the background on that.
So far up until this week, I've done pasta stuff, but boy, those pasta recipes are really they're pretty darn quick, and they're pretty darn fun, and they're pretty darn good.
But what have we learned about the Instant Pot pasta recipes? Don't overcook them.
Oh yeah, don't overcook them. And when it says cook for this long and then do a quick release.
When that button goes off, when that beeper goes off, you need to be doing it right
let
now.
it sit in there for a minute and then do a quick release. It means like when it's done, do a quick release or the pasta just doesn't stand up.
Yes, Rena, we do. I try to drop it earlier in the day, but it will always drop by 5 o'clock Pacific time in the afternoon. Whenever we get them done early enough, like last week's video, we literally did at lunchtime. I edited it and then it went up because we were just kind of coming off of vacation and getting home. But this week's, I'll probably drop it around 1 or 2 in the afternoon on Friday. But, oh man, the recipes that he comes up with are so good. And you were talking to me earlier about this because we've been marinating meat and putting it into plastic bags to freeze, and using our Avid Armor, the what do you call it, JJ? The
It's
sealer.
a vacuum chamber sealer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so now we're thinking that maybe, weren't you saying something about sous vide, which we've never done? I've never tried it.
Maybe, I mean, it really, the Friday things I think is going to be JJ's day in the kitchen. And so I started out with Instant Pot, but I'd like to do some bread. I'd like to do, maybe try sous vide of something, do
Yogurt.
Yogurt, all that kind of stuff. So it'll be kind of one of those things that that we'd like to do.
Oh, see, look, everybody is loving those videos. I think you just do a really good job. And Derek, oh my gosh, he literally just touched it and it fell apart. We've done ribs in the Instant Pot, and I think we don't eat a lot of ribs, but we've done those in the Instant Pot, and then you finish them off in the oven, and those are super good too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to try to do some recipes that, not everything is a pasta recipe. So I'm kind of,
thank you for that. My blood sugar appreciates you. So does my pancreas.
Oh, but that pulled pork, because I have those bear claw things, they're red, mine are, but you'll see them in the video. And it took me not but 25 seconds, maybe 30 seconds to rip up 4 pounds of pork butt into just shredded. It was
so tender.
Yeah, it is so tender.
And we just bought pork shoulder over at the Costco. We have a Costco business center, which is much smaller than a regular Costco, and they focus on things like restaurant equipment and from machines to buckets, food safe buckets. And so as far as food goes, their meat locker is gigantic. So what do we get? 18.
Oh, I didn't know that, Rebecca.
About the boiled eggs?
Yeah.
Rebecca, do you do the 5-5-5? We have never made them in there. I always make my hard boiled eggs Martha Stewart style on the stovetop. We should do the ribs. We could do the ribs and use that huckleberry barbecue sauce that we got up in Pasco.
Slow your roll there, JoJo. But promises. But
oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, ribs will definitely happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. I like it. But I would love to try our friend Karen does eggs in the Instant Pot, and she swears by it, but I just haven't had the guts. Oh, Angela. Okay, we're not officially playing the game. So all I'm going to say is that after you saw what Ginger said, and if you're stuck on something, look at the chat. Just saying. Because we are, Ginger. No. We're doing good. Oh, Derek. Same here. It is so hot.
I agree.
We're going to be in the hundreds.
Today's our coolest day at 95.
Today we were only 98, I think, or 99. And now we're going back up into 103, 105. It's just that time of year.
106 on Friday.
Yeah.
That's called too hot for me.
Okay. That's funny. Derek, you were really having fun last night with this game is brought to you by. That was hilarious.
That was funny.
So, oh gosh, that was us 3 days ago.
Yeah,
2 days ago.
I took out the instant read thermometer and it was 110.3. That's no bueno for me.
We watched a channel we don't usually watch today during lunchtime, And Leo, honey, I gotta put you down for a second. You're itching me. And I wanted to see there was a really big traffic backup on my way home, and I wanted to see if they were going to talk about it, which they didn't. But they the guy did his regular like outdoor temperatures and stuff, and then he did an air conditioner weather review. I've never seen anything like this. And so he's like, in the morning you could just leave it on low, maybe you don't even need to turn it on. In the late morning you might want to put it on medium, and at 1 o'clock just let her rip. And it was so funny.
At 1 o'clock you'll want hurricane force winds within your home.
Exactly. Yeah, 111. But you know what? 5-minute. Okay, so natural release, 5 minutes. Is that, Rena, is that high or is it on regular? I don't know. We always have ours on high for custom. Is it high or is it low or regular? I'm not sure what the other setting is because we've never done it. But I would try that at least once. And I wish we had ducks. See these guys behind me back there at the window? Those are the only ducks I have. Okay, on high. Thank you. I'm going to try that tomorrow because I'm going to make a pasta salad for JJ. We like to keep that in the refrigerator in the summertime. And I like to put eggs in it. That was so funny. I about died laughing. Oh, boy. All right, you guys. And Rebecca, don't you worry about that. I just forget what I'm saying. So that's, I'd rather repeat myself than forget where I am mid-sentence. So you guys, it's 5:59, and it was really fun hanging out with you today, JJ. Well, I'm not going to say anything. Just go check out everybody's channels. Derek, I love watching your channel too. Everybody, Jamie. I'm trying to see, and just, I don't know. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm super addled right now. There's one of my fun words, addled. Okay. So I'm gonna say bye for everybody. JJ.
So if you know somebody that's going through, what we've been talking about, just keep on keeping on. Be there for them, help them when they need it, but don't let it. Air fryer August.
Yep. Angela, do you have a full calendar yet? I'm sorry, JJ. If you don't, you guys could email Angela at theinquisitivefarmwife@gmail.com. That's going to be fun. Go ahead, JJ. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I mean, just be there to lend a hand when they need it. And if you're, the primary caregiver, make sure you give yourself some time for you. Take care of you, because you can't take care of anyone unless you take care of you. And it's not the easiest thing in the world, that's for darn sure. But
it isn't the end of the world either.
Not the end of the world. And just keep on keeping on. Go forward. Yeah. Keep living life. Just because they're going through something, it could be a gallbladder, it could be an appendix or something that they're going to have surgery for. So it could be the same thing. Yep. It doesn't change anything. You just keep trying to move on and help them through it. And bam.
Exactly. I love all you guys too. It's been fun chatting and everything. And thanks for, I've gotten a lot of very encouraging messages from almost everybody in here. And I had myself a good old cry fest over the past few days. JJ is thinking about doing his own kind of, this is what I've gone through. But since it took me 2 years to get to the point where I made my video, it may not be anytime soon.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
It's hard to bear your feelings.
It's not going to be anytime soon.
Yeah. So thank you guys. We're going to go ahead and go now because Leo is like trying to crawl up my shirt and I have no idea why. And I need to go make those tacos so I can get that video edited for Friday.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. See you later, everybody.
Be kind. I don't know why he's doing this. He's like,
Are you
whoa.
going to end?